Let's talk a little bit about finances. Why on the back of American dollar it says, "In God we trust." You know, some people might slur their speech a little bit to understand and say, "In God we trust." You know, in the guards of the good people, and in God we trust. Trident forces, you know. You see, in good, in guard, and in God we trust. See, in good, on guard, in God we trust. Now, why do we have a Federal Reserve? Because the Federal Reserve watches over the money systems of the world. You know, we talk about cybersecurity. Well, that's why they say on the truck, they had a spray pan on the side as I'm traveling around the country. It said, "Stop tracking Cyberman." You know, the guy that's going around the whole country trying to figure out what the problem is. Well, I'll tell you what one of the problems is, what every American should know. And that's for the entire continent. And you go, we got a rich people, we got a poor people, and then we've got the middle class. And in America, whether you're in South America or North America, the middle class is important, and that's why we always protect the middle class. Why? Well, who else will understand the rich people and the poor people except the people that's in between that can see the rich people and the poor people and go, that's the middle class. Now, if you thought of a continent and the border security, you say, well, you know, in Mexico they have the pesos and the American money, you know, and in North America they have American money. And it says, "In God we trust." And then in the southern states, you know, we have American money. And then, you know, towards the border states, you know, working out our linguistic and language differences, you know, they have the pesos and the American money. You know, and then we got credit card systems, you know. These are federally protected. They outlawed bank runs where you go to the bank and you try to take out all your money all at one time, you know, because that means terrorism, and terrorists are trying to crash the banking system. In case you forgot about, you know, 2001, you know, they crashed a plane into the World Trade, you know, building, you know, where they're doing the stocks and markets and money systems, you know, to try and crash that and create a panic. Can you imagine if all the banking systems in the world were to crash? It'd be chaos. So they outlawed bank runs. Then we have cybersecurity, you know, and our cybersecurity forces, you know, because they do electronic money transfers and whatnot. So, you know, a bunch of people got together, like Elon Musk and a few others, and made PayPal. Because if somebody, you know, makes a bad deal, you go to PayPal, they fix it, they get your money back. You know? Federally protected, you see? You know, and you think about that, and then I hear about all this other stuff. Now, they want cryptocurrencies. I want you to open your ears and listen real good when they say cryptocurrencies. It's going to be like a new thing. Crypto, untraceable. I mean, when you spend your money, you get a bad deal, it's untraceable. You just lost your money. For cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and things like that, one day they say no more, you just lost all your money. You know, it's like going to a gambling casino and you put all your money in there and you don't get it any back, you know. If one day they say it's gone, you know, and they close their doors, their businesses, and disappear, all your money's gone. That's why we have the Federal Reserve System. You know? It's like what's a reserve? Well, you know, hey, I reserve the right to say, this is the American money, this is that money, or this money, and I reserve the right to say, that's a bad deal. I want a refund. Not a Federal Reserve? Okay, that is a bad deal. I want a refund. Oh, sorry about your luck. You see what I mean? So, in cybersecurity, and this is for Central Florida College, maybe they can update their cybersecurity programs to teach their cybersecurity people about how to be American and to understand why it says in God we trust on the back of all American money. And there's federally protected, credit card companies. It's because you start getting all these cryptocurrencies. Now we got a company that's a Bitcoin. We got a company of this. We got a company of that, And of course, they go, oh, well, it's supposed to be competitive. We have this company, that company. Yeah, sure, with computers and food and crops and things like that, You got a good idea for a car wash business? Great. Hey, competitive. But I tell you what's not competitive. The people that protect the world money systems, like the Federal Reserve. And when I get somebody hollering, in the Federal Reserve, in the Federal Reserve, let's go back to gold and silver. We're going to strip mine the whole planet till there's no forestry and no crops left and there's nothing to eat to find all the gold to pay for something. Use your brains, people. So these are the things they should be teaching in school. These are the things they used to teach in school. Now I got a bunch of zombies walking around and going, hey, here's a new cryptocurrency system so we can go here and put our money in that. Hey, tax evasion. So now people aren't paying taxes, so they can't pay the public workers to go and clean a park. There's trash everywhere. These are the things that people are supposed to think about. And you wonder why all these people out there, like a Secret Service and things like that, and people go up to the mountain and they go, hey, are you printing counterfeit money? And they go investigate that. And they go, oh, wait, we got a cyber company with cryptocurrency. We can't investigate. The Secret Service was made to, watch and make sure people weren't making counterfeit money and people talking about cryptocurrency. So the Secret Service and the American government and the Federal Reserve, they can't find out what happened to your money? How stupid can people be? There's a little bit about economical recovery. Hey, you get a, economy crash because all the money disappeared. Where was the money at? In cryptocurrency? Okay, so why they're trying to build the economy to make Americans more money. Americans are saying, let's put our money and invest in cryptocurrency. So when we lose all of our money while we're building a better economy to make more money, we'll put it in cryptocurrency. So when it disappears, nobody can trace where all this money we just made from making a better economy, went to. You see what Donald Trump was doing with the next president to help each other out, to try and fix the country? That's real education. A little something from the Kirk family, the Green family, the Miller family, all those families that built the United States of America and that built the southern, places in South America. And people say this and that, different cultures and stuff, and oh man, it's so rough, man. Can you imagine? I mean, there's civilized places in Mexico and things like that. There's a lot of forest country too. You watch National Geographic, And it's like, you got people landing on the continent from all over the world. I mean, you got to track this and track that. Then plus we got to have border security to protect America, North America, and then we got to have stuff to protect South America. And people don't understand. It's like, hey, you see the peso? There's a bird on there getting a snake out of the grass. You see that United States Marine flag? Look at that bird, It's one big continent. People lose their minds over a little bit of money and they go, oh, well, we'll get cryptocurrency. We'll save like that so we won't have to pay taxes. Really? I mean, hey, where the money come from to pay those cops and firefighters? Oh, what about the the trash people that pick up your trash, they got to pay them too. But then plus on top of that, they got to have the upkeep of their vehicles and everything else. Would you rather them charge you like tons of money, for them to go around and pick up the trash? What about those public parks with the dumpsters and stuff? You know, the parks where your kids go and play for free, the swing sets, they got the tennis courts and all that stuff. Who's going to clean that up? And who's paying to dump that trash can where people put their trash in the dumpster? Who's going to do that? But, no taxation without representation. There's you some representation. And they try to lower taxes. You know how you get lower taxes? You have more people paying taxes. Less taxes with more people paying taxes. And you go, oh, what a concept. Well, if people are trying to hide their money with cryptocurrency where it can't be tracked, and then people rip off the poor people or the middle class people who try to play games, they say, oh, your money's gone now. They don't have all the money the rich people do, so it's like, how do I get my money back? Whoops. Sorry about your luck. We don't even know what country that went to. you know? And you go, well, if less tax evasion, you go, more taxes paid. Let's see, if I had 10 people paying taxes, that had to be a lot of taxes. I mean, a lot. If I had 20 people paying taxes, not so much. If I had 100,000 people paying taxes, 200,000? Now let's up the number to 1 million people paying taxes. 2 million, 3 million. Now do the math on that, and then they go, man, yeah, more people paying taxes, less taxes. That's how you bring the taxes down. I mean, it's common sense. And you go, oh, well, we never think about that. Why do you think for the poor people, they have so many tax credits? And then you got the middle class, they get tax credits too, small businesses and stuff. And then you got those big corporations, always trying to design and donate to do these programs or that programs or make more jobs, and plus they got to pay for the health benefits and everything else, while people are paying lower taxes. That's the American dream, and everybody should be on the same page.